Hi guys, welcome to Little Wicket Railway. I'm Rob, and in this video you join me on a family trip to the Spa Valley Railway in Kent. And it really was a family trip. I was joined by my wife, my dad, my brother, and even our dog came along. Plus I didn't have to pay for anything because this was a Christmas present from my wife, so you can thank her for this video. Our adventure started at Tunbridge Wells West Station, which is maintained as a traditional looking Southern Region terminus. Although this isn't the original Tunbridge Wells West Station, that's slightly further away and now a restaurant. This is actually the original loco shed, and a platform was built next to it for the Heritage Line in the mid-90s. We weren't sure whether it would be steam or diesel on the day that we visited, but we didn't have to wait long to find out, and the answer was both. On one end we had a Caledonian Railways Class 812 steam locomotive number 828 in a very impressive blue livery, then a traditional rake of British Railways coaches in southern green, followed by a Class 33 diesel at the other end, number 33063, named RJ Mitchell. We all jumped on board, took our seats and got ready to depart. The Spa Valley line runs along 5 miles of preserve line that previously made up part of the East Grinstead, Greenbridge and Tunbridge Wells Railway, which was operated by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. It runs from Tunbridge Wells West via High Rocks Halt and Greenbridge Station, finishing up at Arage. The original line opened in the 1860s, passed into Southern Railways ownership during grouping and subsequently into BR hands. This section of line survived the 1960s beaching cuts and was in operation until closure in 1985. Almost immediately the Tunbridge Wells and Arage Railway Preservation Society was formed with the aim of keeping the line alive. By the mid-90s the preserve line was running services to Greenbridge, which is where we decided to get off and explore the station. Greenbridge Station was apparently designed to be a counterpart in miniature of Tunbridge Wells Station. On the platform you can find a small refreshment kiosk selling hot and cold drinks, snacks and ice creams, alongside a well-stocked stall of second-hand railway books. Having had a good look around at all the various displays, we waited to watch the train depart and steam off down the line before heading over to the Junction Inn pub for some lunch, and I can highly recommend the food here. Fully refuelled, it was back to the railway. We were a bit early for our train, so I wandered up to take a look at the signal box at the end of the platform. This houses the reclaimed lever frame from the old Birchton Junction signal box, and it controls the passing loop through the station, allowing 2 trains to operate on the line. And it wasn't long before our train was pulling in and we got to watch the crew and the signalman exchange tokens. The tokens are what permit the train to continue into the next section of track and act as a simple but effective safety system. Back on board, it was time to head down to the far end of the line at Arage. The train staff locked the doors for this section because at some point we start running alongside the active network rail line, which also makes use of Arage Station. We didn't have time to get off and explore here, so it was directly back in the direction of Tunbridge Wells. One of the train managers told me that because the Caledonian 812 has such a low tender, that if I put my camera out the window then I could probably get some nice footage of the footplate. So once he told me it was safe to do so, I was able to get these shots of the loco pulling into Greenbridge and handing back the token. After a very brief stop at Greenbridge, we continued on towards Tunbridge Wells West. On the way back we passed quite a lot of interesting rolling stock and a few locomotives parked up in the sidings, including Class 08 number 08922. Once back in the station, we had an opportunity to get a good look at the Caledonian Class 812, which was taking on water before the final run of the day. This really is a stunning locomotive in the blue livery with the lining around the cab and the tender. Because the cab is so open, you can get a really good look at the footplate and all the controls. We stayed to see it depart on the final journey down the line for the day, and that was the end of our visit to this wonderful railway. If you'd like to know more or plan a visit for yourself, then a link to the railway's website is in the video description. They're looking for volunteers to help out, and they're currently raising funds to get their Ginty and Terrier back into steam if you'd like to support those causes. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Special thanks to all the YouTube members and patrons for your support, it's very much appreciated. That's about it for this video. If you'd like to see full unedited footage from this visit, then head on over to my second channel, LWR2, where I'll upload that. Thanks for watching, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.